Afterlife.
After she settles into the darkness, just inches from him, quiet, as she makes herself so as not to disturb him, the earth shudders and cracks. The knee or hip he caresses to tell her,
"Don't worry, I'm not exactly asleep,"
is cold. Yes. As cold as the cold sea, she says without a word. Not breaking the silence they conspire to keep real. Her moving quietly, so quietly, though she concedes the fact she's sneaking like a thief into his bed. Snuggling closer, an arm, a thigh draped over him. The start of one of those puzzles two bodies nearly asleep try to figure out. Two bodies desiring to occupy the same warm pocket of space with not quite interlocking limbs and unforgiving knobs of bone. A puzzle they struggle to solve without keeping themselves awake while they solve it, but never quite manage sooner or later. One or the other must turn away if either's going to steal a decent night's sleep. Sleep? A thing they can't do clamped together, no matter how close their bodies come to working it out. Embracing, drifting, melting. Sleep eludes them, like the secret she can't bring herself to share.
"Remember love," he's thinking, loud enough to be heard, he hopes. "Remember the story you never finish, about the man catching you stealing in his store and blackmailing you? You never said what he forced you to do. I've been waiting for you to say, and something keeps asking me even now. You promised to tell me, and then you say you can't remember. Though once you admitted you recalled every detail precisely, and will never forget."
A long time ago, she'd say again if she could hear him again. "I was very young," she'd say again, then say, "The whole business terrible. It hurts me. I don't want to remember."
He turns to wrap her nakedness tighter to him. The cold's deep, even the belly. His fingers locate the bump of tailbone, presses into the creases on top of her hunches, imagining the cavity below. The promise of warmth hoarded in its emptiness, reassuring himself with the unlikelihood that nature would provide an opening into a space, unless the space exists. "How old were you when it happened?" Though he asks nothing, sees nothing, hears nothing into darkness. Her reply, he's certain, is many, many questions, her huge eyes punctuating each one. Sea green eyes threatening to disappear, to look away and maybe never return.
Do you envy the power that man lorded over me? Would you enjoy watching? Where were you, my love? Why didn't you help me? Save me? What would you have done in my place? His? How old are you now? Are you upset I returned late from the concert? Do you wonder what Taj played? Are you sorry you missed it? Are you wondering where I've been, whose arms I grew cold in?
You're back.
Of course I am. Where else would I be?
Are you happy here?
Yes. Are you?
Now I am, yes. This moment.
It's late, love. We should try and get some sleep.
Will you ever say what happened in the back room of that man's stupid store?
Taj played Karina. Karina, your favorite once. It is still. Don't answer. Hush now. Sleep, my love.
Will you?
Yes. Right here beside you.
Always?